Hi, Sarah Banas here, Simply Sarah Made Easy. I have something really neat to show you today. So today we're going to work with Cricut's new waterproof sticker material. And you can see, so there's two different kinds. There's one that's just a clear, and then there's one that's this holographic. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you, I want to show you real quick though. So these are, do you see how that's like a nice weight? Do you see that? They're just really good quality. Let me go ahead and peel one of these and I'll show you. They're just really, really good quality stickers. I really like this material a lot. So that's it peeled. And you can see that it's just a nice, it's not like a cheap flimsy sticker. It's just a really, really nice material. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me just say, if this video is of interest to you or helpful, like the video. That helps me out a lot. But also subscribe to my channel. You'll get notification when the new videos come out once or twice a week. Just lots of neat ways to use your machines, but also learning how to design for yourself. So lots of good videos coming up you're not going to want to miss out on. Subscribe and you'll be notified when the new videos come out. Let's go over to Design Space. I'm going to show you how to set up the sticker. Then we will get it printed. And I'll show you how to put the overlay, the laminate on. And then we'll get it cut. Okay, so here we are at Design Space. You can see I went ahead and I uploaded some designs real quick. I'll link in the video description where you can get the 3 of these. The owl is actually free right now, so I'll link where you can get that one free, and I'll link where you can get the other 2. So let's get rid of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the owl larger. I'm going to put that on a notebook. So I'm going to make that one pretty big. I'm going to make that it's going to be really, really neat looking on there. I'm going to put it on like a black notebook, I think. So we'll make that one about that size. I just don't want to waste any room on the paper. So, well, I was going to make a couple of smaller ones because I don't want to waste any room on the paper. But I think I will go ahead and just make the one. Well, no, I'll make more. I don't want to waste any room on the sticker paper. So let's make this one like about 5, 6, I think 6 wide. And then we'll make these ones smaller. So we'll make these ones and put these in the corners. Like that, I guess. So that one's about 2.362. 2.362. So let's put this one right here. Now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, with this selected, I'm going to go to offset. And I'm going to offset this just a little bit. Now normally with stickers, I would offset them in white. But because we want this to look like stained glass, I'm going to offset it in the color that the lead work would normally be. So like a black. And then I'll offset this one the same amount. And then I'll offset this one by the same amount. That one, so I'm not going to offset that one because this has a thick enough border anyways. So let's take these 2 and we will flatten them. So I'm selecting the offset in the original design and I'm flattening that. And then I'm selecting these 2 and I'm flattening that. And okay, so I'm going to leave this one right. I'm trying to decide how I can do this with wasting the least amount of space. So I'm going to duplicate this one more time and I'll make a smaller one right here. That'll be really cute for like an envelope seal. And then if I take a square and kind of do this to line it up so that I know where I'm at here. So okay, so that's about even there. I don't know if I'm actually going to have room to make that smaller one. Let me just see where I'm at height-wise. Okay, so that actually is room for those two. Probably not going to have room for that one. Don't like that. Or if I can make little tiny ones. Maybe? Yeah, I guess I can do that. I don't know how good that'll come out, but we will see. So it's pretty small. I'm actually going to print this. So I'm going to print this on an incredibly inexpensive printer that I purchased. I purchased the least expensive inkjet printer that I could find on Amazon just to show you guys how good a cheap printer can work. I have a ton of like super high-end printers, but I wanted to show you. So a while back, I purchased this printer on Amazon, this HP printer, super inexpensive. I'll link it in the video description, but you'll see how good of prints this really inexpensive printer can get. So, okay, so we have these. I'm going to go ahead and let me see, actually, just for the heck of it. Let me see if I can get one more of these in here. I don't think I can. Let's make a little tiny one and see if that'll print. I can't imagine that's going to be very clear, but I guess we will see. Okay, just for the heck of it. So now I'm going to select all of these, and I am going to flatten them. So now we have this all set to print. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Make. And this is what I want to show you. Okay, so when we are now in our print screen, I'm going to click Continue. And this is really important, okay? So I'm going to click Continue. I'm going to click Send a Printer. But now what I'm going to do to make sure that I get the best print that the printer that I'm using can print, I'm going to click on Use System Dialog Box. I'm going to click Print. So you saw where I clicked that right there. Just to move that over. Just give it 1 second because it's a little bit more complex, so it's going to take a second. But what's going to happen is this is going to bring up my system dialog box so that's what this is. And this is where you can pick your preferences. Okay, so right here, well, first off, so you pick the printer that you're going to print to. This is the one that I'm printing to right here. This is HP DeskJet. Okay, and then click Preferences. And now you have, yours may not look exactly like this, but it'll be your preferences, okay? So you'll find the same information. It just might be in a little bit different of a spot. You'll have all these little tabs at the top. So the things that you're going to want to look for to change is your print quality. That's really important. Put that at best, okay? And then for paper type, I use one of the higher quality, like photo paper, one of those type of settings. Sometimes Premiere Matte Presentation will be available on different printers. That's a good one. So you just want to change it to a higher quality print on your paper type. You can click on paper quality. There might be, if it didn't switch over, there might be information in there. Advanced, Print Max DPI. You can go through all of your tabs and find just the best settings to get the highest print quality that you can for your printer, okay? And then click OK. And now I'm going to go ahead before I click, so when I click print, it's going to automatically send it to the printer. Before I do that, I'm going to go over to the printer. I'm going to load in we're going to be using Cricut's new waterproof sticker paper with the holographic overlay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load just the sticker paper in. You put the holographic overlay in afterwards. I'll show you that in a second. But I'm going to put the sticker paper into the printer. We'll get this printed, and then I'll show you how to put on the overlay before we cut it. Okay, so I want to show you, this is the sticker paper that we're using today. This is the waterproof sticker set and the holographic. Like I said, there is just a clear laminate as well. That's a different option. So this is what it comes with. Comes with, these are the printer sheets. Okay, so this is the regular sticker sheet. And then this is your holographic overlay. Okay, so we can put that to the side. We'll take this over to the printer. I'll get that printed. And then we will load it into the Cricut to get it cut. And then I'll show you how to put the laminate on. Okay, so here we are at the printer. This just came out. It's all done. Super. Do you see how vibrant those colors are? Little tiny one. Don't worry about the edges. They look jagged like that for a reason, because I have on bleed on Cricut, and that just gives it that outside edge like that, so that when you cut it, if your calibration isn't exactly right, you still won't end up with a white border. Don't worry about that. That'll all clean up when we cut it. So, but do you see how vibrant and pretty this is with this inexpensive printer? Just a cheap printer. That's all this is. I'll link this in the video description. I paid like next to nothing for this, and I get great prints from it. So let's go ahead, let's go back over to the workspace. Let's get the laminate put on here, and then we'll get it cut. Okay, so here we are at my workspace. I can't stress this enough. To get this good of a print with just such an inexpensive printer is just amazing. So like I said, I will link this printer in the video description. Get one. If you don't have a printer, get one. This is such a, it's beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get the laminate on here. This is all ready to go. So a couple of things with the laminate. Let's move this to the side, okay? So when we're working with the laminate, this is what you need to do, okay? This is the back side of the laminate. So, let me just grab a pair of scissors real quick here. Okay, so working with laminate, what I do, I believe that with this Cricut one that it can handle, the machine can handle it being over the registration marks. I don't do that. And besides that, I'm kind of stingy with materials. I don't like to waste materials. So if I don't put this over the entire sheet, I can save whatever I don't need for this specific cut. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm doing is I'm cutting it just short of, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me try to move this back for you. I'm cutting that. So I cut a little notch here just short of this registration corner, and I have it on that side. And then I'm going to take it over like this, and I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to cut it just short, not too much, because that goes right down to the bottom. So I don't want to cut that too much too short. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to square that up, and I'll cut that so that I'm not wasting any of this material that I don't need to, because I can use that if I ever have like a small project that I want to do. I can just use it on that so that I'm not wasting anything. I would probably have so much more room in my craft room if I didn't feel the need to save every little bit like this. That's what we should do. We should do an entire series. I should run a contest in the group and give away like a machine using just your scraps. Whoever can make the best thing using just the scraps that you've saved. That's what I should do. Okay, so this already has, it's really neat how they do this to make it real easy to peel, so you don't have to mess around with it. Take that off. So you see this little, like, you only want to take just that little bit off, and then that makes it really easy to line it up. Because what you want to do, you only want to put just that tiny, tiny little bit down first. Okay? And you want to get it down real careful so you don't end up with any bumps at all. Oh, darn it. Well, I just have that little tiny bit down wrong. I'm going to pull that up. Okay, you want to get it square. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just smoothing down that little tiny piece, right? Just that little bit that's exposed. And now what I'm going to do is this. Now I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to peel this, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm only going to peel a little bit and I'm going to keep it from laying down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it like that. And see how I have my hand underneath it here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand there, and then I'm just going to wipe down. So that, there we go. So see how that came off? This is just our liner. That's garbage. And now we have our laminate sheet on there. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to load this square on a mat. Nice and flat down. There's no bubbles in there at all. I don't think I got any bubbles at all. That's nice. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to load this on a mat. Okay. Little tiny bitty ones. So we'll load it square on the mat. And then we'll get this cut. Okay. So we are perfectly square on the mat. You can see I have it perfectly square. Right up against the edges, right? That's perfect. Now we're going to go over to the machine. We're going to get this loaded. We're going to get it cut. And then we're going to have beautiful stickers. Okay. So we are back over at Design Space. We're going to select my machine. This one we are making on the Maker 3. This can be done on either of the Makers. So Maker, Maker 3, any of the Explorer series, Explorer, Explorer 2, Explorer 3, on the Joy Extra, or on the Venture. The only machine that you cannot make stickers on, printed stickers, is the First Joy. Okay. So selected my machine. Now this is what we're going to do. If I wanted to kiss cut, which would mean that it would cut the laminate and it would cut the sticker, but it would not cut the liner, then we would just choose, we would go to Browse Materials, and then we would just choose the waterproof material, right? So, printable, and maybe that's what you want to do, and that's, oops, did I spell it wrong? And that's fine. Then you would just choose that printable right here, the holographic, okay? But that's not what I want to do, because what I want to do is I want to die cut, which means it's going to cut all the way through and make them each separate stickers, okay? So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click, I am going to choose cardstock. I'm going to use 100-pound cardstock. And then I'm going to add more pressure right here, okay? Now that setting is going to give me a die cut. That's going to give me a perfect die cut all the way through everything and give me separate stickers. So let's go over to the machine. Let's get this cut, and then we're going to look at our stickers. Okay, so here we are at my Maker 3. You can see that it's flashing. That means it's ready to go. So I'm going to load this in. Hold it taut. You're not pushing it, but you're holding it taut. So, and while you're holding it taut, click that button. It's flashing. And now what it's going to do is it's going to suck this in. It's going to read the mat. And now this is going to flash. Okay, now as soon as that starts flashing, the arrow, click on that. Now what it's going to do is it's going to read these registration marks. And what that's going to tell it is where to cut to get a perfect cut on here. And then what's going to happen is that once it has read all of these registration marks, it's going to go through and it's going to cut just to the outside of our stickers. Okay, so now it's going to go ahead and it's going to cut them. Okay, so that's all cut now. You can see, I don't know if you can see the cut lines on there. Let's go ahead and let's go over to my craft desk and we will get these taken off of here and take a look at them. Okay, let's get these taken off of here. These are going to be super duper pretty. So this is our cutaway that can just get thrown away. And then that's our stickers. Oh, these little tiny ones. Look how cute that is. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see what the littlest one looks like. The littlest, tiniest. You see what a great print that is, though? How pretty is that? And that's it. That is how you use Cricut's new waterproof sticker material. This is going to go on a notebook. Like I said, that's going to be super, super pretty. I could even like stick that on a wall almost or on a window. How neat would that be? Stick it on a window and then put black leading lines. That would be really, really pretty on a window. It would look like a faux stained glass window. So that's it. That's all there is to it. If this video was of interest to you or helpful, like the video. That helps me out a lot. Also, subscribe to my channel. You'll get notification when the new videos come out. Like I said, lots of good videos on learning how to design for yourself coming up. You're not going to want to miss out on, so make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you join us on Facebook. I'm going to link in the video description. I'm going to link our group. We have a bunch of them. I'm going to link Cricut for Beginners. It's like about 800,000 members. Super friendly, super helpful. You'll fit right in. Make sure you join us there. So when you're looking at the, and I'm going to link everything that I used here. This is free right now. So I'll link where you can get this design for free. And then I'll link where you can get these if you want them. So when you're looking at the video, underneath the video, there's an arrow down. People often say that they have a hard time figuring out how to expand the bottom of a YouTube video to get the information. Underneath the video, there'll either be an arrow down or it'll say more. It'll have text and then it'll say ... more at the end of it. Click on that and that'll expand the information. The group link will be in there. Everything I've used here will be in there. I'll link this Cricut's new sticker material so that you can get this. You're going to love this. You are going to love this material. Definitely, definitely worth trying. I'm going to link that printer. Super cheap, like I said, and it's a great printer. So, but that's it. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask them here or ask me directly in the group. Have a great day. Bye.